it's like 90-some degrees this week, which, yes, I'm still wearing a sweatshirt, but, like, it's because the fan is blowing directly at me, and my AC unit is literally straight above my head, because it's wall mounted, and that's just where it exists in its life. But, welcome, hello. We're back with another recreation of a challenge I did back in 2022, which was the 24-hour timer challenge. This is part 2 of it, where I am going to read physical books only for the challenge. So, my first book I'm picking up, it's a chonker, guys. I'm going to be picking up Clockwork Princess, and I haven't started it yet. I thought we would start fresh with a new book to begin this challenge, and we will go from there. Timer update. So, we've been making progress on Clockwork Princess. I have a coupon as a bookmark right now because I cannot find any legit bookmarks, like my magnet bookmarks that I like, that are out. Like, I have, like, 2, like, pages of, like, I don't want to say pages, but, like, they're in, like, this little, like, cardboard holder that they come in. I have, like, one full one and one that still has some in it, but I know I should have thrown a magnet bookmark somewhere in this general vicinity when I finished Clockwork Prince. And I cannot for the life of me find it. Because Clockwork Prince is the last physical book I read. So I don't know where they are unless I never took it out of the book. And I suppose I should go look at my bookshelf to see if I didn't take it out of the book. But, like, I'm lazy at this point. And so I just shoved my coupon for Panera Soups at Meyer into the book. Anyways, our current timer, my iPad is charging, so we'll have to let it go. But it's right here. 1 hour and 11 minutes in so far, okay, into our 24 hours. And we are on, I just finished chapter 4, which brings us through page 102 in Clockwork Princess. And I decided to make this easy on me this time, and my iPad is gonna fall, oh my god. I fixed it. I decided to make it easy on myself and not read multiple books. Not like I did when I swapped my pages for my phone notifications, where I was reading, like, here's 5 different books I'm currently reading. No, sir. We are sticking to one book at a time because my brain cannot handle that. We are currently on our first book, 102 pages in. I feel like that's solid progress. I mean, for, like, an hour of read time, to have, like, 100 or so pages, I feel like we're gonna get a lot read. And at this point, I'm kind of curious how many pages I read when I initially did this physically, because I cannot remember. Let's do a little bit of a check-in for the hours. I think I wanted to update you guys when I hit 3 hours, and then I just got lazy and didn't film a clip, and I was like, okay, and then I kept reading, and I was like, at this point, I might as well just finish the book before I tell you guys where we are time-wise, okay? Like, this is, like, my thoughts on this book are already in a vlog that's out. It's my Infernal Devices vlog. I can link it. I have now finished this book, all of it. Granted, I will say the last chunk through here, it's just, like, a look through at, like, a sneak peek at it for another book. So, obviously, I didn't read that chunk because I own that book. I'm not going to read it in this. But still, even without that, this is a very chunky book. 568 pages of actual, like, story, okay? Big, chunky. Actually, look at my time. Do you guys see what my time says? 5:51. I don't know if that's going to show up right because of the mirroring thing, but we are under 6 hours, and I have read this giant, chunky book. I can't really remember page-wise where we were with the audiobooks at this point, or how many total. I feel like it was 2,000 something for the total pages, admittedly. But yes, we're at 568 now for our grand total. And I already have my next physical book picked out. I posted a poll in the Bookish Reality Discord server. Pick my next read. I gave them 4 physical books, emoji and genre based. And one is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which I've been avoiding because I do not want to relive the ending of that book. So I've been putting it off on my reread for literally months at this point. So I guess thank you, people, for making me face the thing I didn't want to do. So that's what we're starting next. I did pick up Order of the Phoenix, guys. I got 97 pages in. You know, that's going well. We're still kind of doing the avoidance thing, but, like, there was a challenge read for Book of the Month by Bree from Bree the Booktuber and Vanessa from Reads with Dr. B. And I had to participate because my Book of the Months are out of control. And I was like, oh my god, that actually makes me read stuff challenge. So I picked up Things We Do in the Dark. I read this entire thing. So with this, combined with what I brought out of Order of the Phoenix so far, and then with what I read for Clockwork Princess, we're up to 1,010 pages. So I thought I'd give you guys a little update on that. Also, let me pull up the timer. So, I can unplug that because it's charged now. Here is our current timer. We've like doubled it, which corresponds to the fact that I've like also like pretty close to double my pages. You know, like this correlates pretty well, I feel like, you know. Excuse my hair, I washed it tonight and I just took it out of my clip. But okay, here's the game plan, guys. It is Thursday night. The challenge ends for Book of the Month at like Friday. Friday's the last day for it, okay? So I think I can get a whole nother book read in this time. Let me look up how long the book is real quick. I think I typed in the wrong thing. I was gonna type in the other book she wrote. 357 pages. I feel like that's completely doable, especially because it's gonna be a Friday, and like what else am I gonna do on Friday night? Like, it's Friday night. Like, do you think I have like plans for Friday night? Of course I don't. And then I'll go back to this one, and I feel like, you know, this is gonna get us a good chunk. I mean, we're like a little under halfway through the challenge, so like I feel like my prediction of like 2,000 pages is pretty accurate. I feel like, you know, I'm pretty accurate on that. I go more into my thoughts on this in the Book of the Month challenge video, which will already be out at this point by the time you're seeing this part. But 6 stars. 6 stars. This book has left me speechless, and I really can't talk about a lot of it without spoilers. Let me tell you, there are several crimes in this book, and they're kind of like almost like on the fly, a lot of them, but like they're very well like planned. Like the thought process is like there, guys. It's be there. 6 stars for this one. 6 out of 5. I loved it. Oh my god. Also, it has a dual timeline. I love dual timelines. I've mentioned that before. I like when we go back and forth. And it mentions a podcast. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't have like the actual whole podcast element, because I also like that in books. It just like mentions, oh, he like has a podcast. You know, that's like his job. Like, could have added some podcast stuff in there, guys. Like, that would have made it even better. But like, I guess, you know, we're already topping it with like 6 stars. I mean, I guess. I love this book. This is the second Jennifer Hillier I've read, and I like the other one I read, which was Jar of Hearts, but like this one was like amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, the next one I'm going to be starting is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. And I think once I get that one read, I'll be able to go back to my lovely Order of the Phoenix book. And then we'll have the tragedy, guys. The absolute tragedy that's going to happen in this book. I'm back. It's been a few days since I've updated. It's actually been a few days since I've finished the book. I was originally just like, I'm not going to start anything else until I finish Order of the Phoenix. And I haven't picked that up since we last talked about it. But I did pick up A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. This was her debut book, and I read all of it. I did read it all, like a little over 24 hours is what it took me. And 4 stars for this one. We're up to like a little over 14 hours now, and I just looked at what our pages was. Give me a second, I'll tell you guys. It was 1,367 pages so far. So most of this book was a 4-star read for me. Throughout, I would say, you know, most of it was 4 stars. Right when we got about to the last 30-40%, I'd say probably, it went up to like 5 stars. There were lots of twists that I was really enjoying. However, the ending was more of a 3-star, so I just kind of averaged it back out. Since I was feeling 4-star for most of the book, I just went, you know what, fine, we'll just get 4 stars. It's a really good debut, in my opinion, and let me read the synopsis for this one for you. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels as out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't really there? Or, for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? Like I said, I was really enjoying it. All the twists were there. Most of the twists are at the end of the book. And it kind of does go a little bit of a dual timeline, which I know I've mentioned. I really do like that aspect. A little bit of that going present day, back to the crimes mentioned there that her father confessed to. So I did enjoy that aspect, but like I said, the ending, it was a little lackluster. I felt like it could have been more fleshed out than what it was. There was, like we could have, like it mentions her wedding, like we could have fleshed that out a little bit more in my opinion, since it's mentioned throughout the book and then kind of just falls flat at the end. No explanation really. But otherwise, really good read. I did enjoy this one. And we're going to go back to Order of the Phoenix now because I think that's going to take up quite a few hours. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to take up, 9 hours, but I think it's going to take up a decent chunk, and then I think we'll be able to get one more book yet in 24 hours or so. We have a Miss Eleanor joining us. It's been a hot minute since I've updated you guys. Like, let me pull up my computer to see what number we were at last time. Okay, so last time I updated you guys, I was at 1,367 pages. Since then, I have finished Order of the Phoenix, this big chonker that was 870 pages, and this is what our timer looks like, 23 hours and 58 minutes, so we're gonna call that accomplished, because there's no way I'm gonna read, 5 more pages, nah. I finished Order of the Phoenix. I really enjoyed my reread of this, although I was dreading it the entire time, because if you've read Order of the Phoenix, you know what happens in the end. So really, I was dreading the last 150 pages when all the drama is going down. Not that the whole book is full of drama stuff, like Dolores Umbridge, witch of a woman. Literally, she's a witch, but you know what I mean, but it really ramps up in those last 150 pages with the incident is what I'll call it, so I don't spoil it. But yeah, I didn't want to get to that. But however, I will say, after rereading this, I'm super looking forward to moving back on to Half-Blood Prince to reread that one, because Goblet of Fire and Half-Blood Prince are my numbers 1 and 2 favorite books in the series. So again, I'm looking forward to it. This reads fast. It's chunky, but it does read fast, and really, I just had to get the motivation to read it. I didn't have a tons of motivations. Well, we got the 24 hours. Okay, it's 2 minutes off. We got the 24 hours. And I did do some final calculations here. We read here. Okay, that is the wrong tab. I read 2,142 pages in these 24 hours. I feel like that's accomplishment. I feel like we need to do some math. 2142 divided by 24 hours. That's 89.25 pages an hour that I can read roughly. And just think for comparison, I will link, the first time I did this challenge. I read 1,449. 2142 minus 1449. That's 693 more pages I read in these 24 hours than the first time I did the 24-hour timer challenge with just physical books. And like I said, that's linked here, but that's the end of it, guys. I've read so many more pages. It's not double, but that's 1 to 2 books, depending on how chunky of a book I pick up, So I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. And next time we come back with the 24-hour timer challenge, we will be doing ebooks.